Alright, hello, this is zwlemon, and today I will be playing TheSage in my second match of C League today. So, with that out of the way, we are going to start with a 2-5. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I could open... So, like, right off the bat, what I look at is... There is old map Charlatan. Doesn't seem like too bad to me. I could open that with essentially a double borrow. With double borrow, that doesn't seem too bad. There is Populate on this board. Is there any plus buy? We have plus buy of Herb Gatherer and Snowy Village. Because of... It could also be old map XO. The 2-5 doesn't seem ideal, but let's think about like what we could do here. The options are, it seems like we can do an old map into an XO, and that could hit the estates. It's not guaranteed at all. We could also open Charlatan, which seems annoying to deal with Exorcist. They do open with an old map, something I would agree with. We'll have to think about if I want to do Exorcist or Charlatan first. I think I would prefer... I actually wouldn't mind doing Charlatan Daimyo for the risk. I think I'm going to prefer borrowing for an old map first. They're going to open Exorcist, probably. So, okay, let's think about it. Let's select the pros and cons between both. They're going to open with Charlatan over Exorcist. I don't know if I agree. I haven't decided yet, to be frank. Charlatan allows us to hit... Well, I think the advantage of Charlatan, generally speaking... is that we can hit Daimyo. Daimyo costs some money, and it does give us the advantage of being able to hit that. Do I take... I think I would prefer... Yeah, it's hard to say between the two. I think a Charlatan probably becomes better, and I think the next opportunity we take is an Exorcist. Maybe 4 and then Daimyo. Yeah, let's borrow for a Charlatan here. Okay, we are going to hit a 4. Oh, okay. Let's take our Exorcist now. Let's take an Exorcist here. And next will be a Daimyo, I think. Did they bomb deck it? Oh, that's not good if they did. They bottom decked their Charlatan, which is less than ideal for them. I do have the option here of let's take... I think taking the Voyage here and going into our next shuffle puts us a... I think that gives us more advantage in giving a Daimyo off the bat. And I think we can at least use the Voyage turns to pay off Daimyos, so let's take a Voyage. I think I just take a Daimyo here. Yeah, I think this is a good time for a Daimyo. They do take the Voyage. I'm going to take a Daimyo here. We're going to probably keep trying to stack Daimyos from this point on. 3, what would you get? I would totally... If you had the same shovel as me, I'd totally take a Daimyo if I were you. Alright. There's also Daimyo Specialist stuff I didn't consider at this moment, which could be pretty good. It's just, I don't know if... I'm not sure if our deck's going to have to control enough to really set that up. I do think I'll rotate off Voyage. 3. I guess you could borrow for a... I guess I'm really thinking, do they want to, like, borrow for a Daimyo here? Not trigger a shuffle? It's not the worst option in the world. Take an exorcist. I don't know if I like that, but we'll see. Yeah. Let's get off this. Part of me wonders, do I just take another Daimyo here? That could be a play. What do I have in my deck? I have... And how does this work? You can only play... I only play 3 cards from my hand. Do I want the Daimyo stack? I think I do. And plus we'll be able to pace some of it off next turn. So that makes me think I like it. Alright. Alrighty. Wait, crap. Let me undo that copper. Do I change this? I don't have any trashes going, but do I change this for a Daimyo here? I can get rid of this 4 debt. I could buy one more Daimyo and then call it good here. The problem is... Yeah, I kind of want my old map here is the problem. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think we take one more Daimyo and trash this copper, and we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that we didn't have the best like shuffles in the world. All right, we're gonna take a Daimyo and then trash this copper, I think, and we're gonna have 3 Daimyos in play here. I don't think these next turns are gonna be great, so let's do it. Let's do this. Well, that's actually not... I'm not gonna lie. You can get a specialist or just like a treasure. Alright, I am okay with this right now. 5, I can borrow for another 5. Can maybe borrow for a specialist or a hireling, maybe? Or I could also borrow for a second treasure. It's hard to say. It really is. Get some mastermind. We aren't gonna grab... I actually don't think I want... Do I want to... Okay. So we gotta think about this. I do think I want our EXO, and I do think I want to trash a little more. I don't think I even want to risk this borrow here. I might just take another Exorcist here. Alright, hopefully we see something good. Welp. We don't see anything good. Man, I'm probably just taking another Daimyo, paying off the debt, and then calling it good. Alright, down there, what is down there? I I think there's a daimyo down there. So I think we do actually want to play this. I will... I do think I... Don't think I'll rotate yet. Alright. Do I want another... I kept some stuff out of the shuffle. And I guess I did keep some daimyos out. And our... what else? Kept some other stuff out. Clear 4 dead. Do I want to take another daimyo here? Do I believe that like there's going to be good stuff down there, essentially? This could just be another daimyo, or... I'm not a fan of triggering that shuffle, but I do think that it was necessary to get those curses in play. You're not going to... I mean, the most you can do is hit me with 2 curses. I think it does make some sense. I do want to mastermind at some point. I don't think because we didn't line up daimyo stuff. Yeah, we're going to take a daimyo here. Two curses, not a great turn for you. Do you have a daimyo down there? It'd be nice to see... something. Nice to see a wisp. You'll get a mastermind play. That is kind of scary, but we'll... Alright. Alright, we're gonna... You're gonna pay off this 3 debt, and then this is gonna become a wisp. Okay. You do your daimyos off, and you might get to get a populate here. That's... Okay, well... You're gonna have a good turn. And you will curse me a lot. We do have 2, you can probably get a hireling. I kick a specialist, personally, but... It's hard to say. Hireling makes sense. Then you could probably take another mastermind. Another daimyo. See what this turn holds. You can see just paying off your debt and calling it good here. I guess you can take the last daimyo, go for like 5 here. The game is, well, daimyos and curses are ending. So you do have all that. Alright, what do I want? Do I just take the last daimyo? Or do I let you... I don't actually know if I want it here. I don't... Could be an could potentially just get a silver. Could be an auger. I do actually kind of... I mean, a snowy village gives this advantage that, like, if we hit it... If we do hit the snowy village with our daimyos, we can draw a little more. So I think I will take that. I think I will take a snowy, but it's not the best. I want to set up to hit populate if I can, you know, and I don't, and it's like there's a non-zero chance that could happen next turn. So I think I will take the snowy here, and I think I will trash this curse. Alright, okay. Let's see if they can pop off here. Looks like they will be able to. Alright, I'll take the last curse. They'll get a hireling in. Alright. 2, they could take the last daimyo. I did give him that option. I wanted to have some money here to potentially hit populate. Or maybe, like, just get some money here. The hireling's gonna be good. They'll probably daimyo and mastermind here, maybe. Yeah, this is gonna be daimyo and mastermind, I assume. Alright. Here. Let's, I don't think I'm rotating yet. Nope. I don't think I want to rotate. Well, clear the wisp. We don't see what we would like. I think this has to be... I think this seriously, we need to take... Mastermind's going to be good, but I think we want the specialist here. Well, we do kind of... The hireling's going to be good. A lot of this stuff's going to be good. Stuff we would need. A lot of this is just like... Yeah, I think we do... Well, I don't actually know if I want the mastermind. I think I'd rather take... I'd rather take a specialist. I don't think the game's going to end, like, immediately. I actually do want a mastermind here, I think. I will take this. This stings a little. Okay, we're just going to take a province here. For some protection. I certainly wanted that next turn, but whatever. They'll get 3 masterminds in play. They will get a chance to do some stuff. I think the province was almost pretty much necessary. I think, yeah. Now you're probably going to take a populate, right? You only have 1 buy. Alright, so this would be a much scarier turn if you only had specialist. And yeah, now you're probably gonna like populate, I'd assume. It could be province, but I think that would be a bad move for you. Okay, putting the mastermind in play, alright. Also, your mastermind kind of keeps top decking. But you know what? We're not going to get into Dominion tilt right now. That just happens when you play this game. Here. Alright, so... I'll play his village. Like, generally speaking... I guess this has to be a silver. This might just have to be a silver. This is so bad. This might just have to be a silver, and then, like, I just have to literally trash this. Okay. Good news is... You play that twice. Did you, like, dead here? I don't think that... I mean, I guess you could have added a lot of stop cards. And, well, I mean... Doesn't seem like it. I mean, it seems unlikely. But I guess you have to figure out how you're gonna, like, use your daimyos, right? Okay, so how does this work? I play a master... You're a specialist... Probably pop off here, I guess. At the start of your next turn, you may play an action card 3 times. You play your next This isn't a command card. So if I play this, it's like playing... So I play Mastermind, right? Isn't it... Is it sort of like... And I play this Daimyo. Is it essentially... Am I playing the Mastermind 3 times? Because I think that might be the case. Or am I just... Play an action card from your hand 3 times? Because I play the Mastermind, yes. They're all going to count... So this is all going to count towards playing the Mastermind. I think. It was unfortunate to see the Daimyos and Charlatan on my Voyage turn. So you'll be playing that. Guess you have to think about the payload here. You might... Second Treasure. It looks pretty bad at the moment. We'll see what you're doing here. I still have Snowy Village for buys. You have the Mastermind. I guess you have to figure out if you want to play Voyage. The Treasure, just never really getting an opportunity to get a Treasure is pretty bad here. But we'll see. Are you going to double prov? I don't know if that's the best idea. Well, I mean, going up in points doesn't seem bad for you at all. Because then, potentially, you can maybe pile me out in, like, estates or something. And then maybe... Okay, so you get a specialist in a province here. Okay. Okay. So... No one's going to be deading anymore. So we're going to play this first. So I think it's, yeah. So yeah, we played a Mastermind next, so these are all going to be Masterminded. Or I thought that's how it worked. Guess that's not exactly how it worked, but whatever. Obviously play this Daimyo. Do I play 2 Daimyos here and try to draw? Which will limit my potential... I think we do have to do that. Or... We already have 10... Well, we have 8 money. We do... The card we need to see a lot is Snowy Village. The most, I think. So, I kind of think we actually do need to play Daimyo into this Wisp. I could play Snowy Village here and get more buy. Or I could... So, okay. If I play... Okay, let's think of our options. I have played 2 Daimyos here. If I play Snowy Village, we're going to draw 3. We'll probably draw 4. We may or may not see Voyage. What we need to do is kind of get a populate in, and then we need to put We basically need to put a mastermind in here, I think, you know? We need to kind of like province and get a mastermind. That's what we need to do. If we play... If I do play a Snowy Village, we'll get 4... The Wisp is like the most guaranteed to draw the rest of our... The most likely to draw the rest of our deck. I don't think I need anything. Can I even afford... Question is, can I even afford, We have 8 here, we have 9. Could I even afford Populate Province? That's 18. Charlatan guarantees I get there, basically. And there is one more Daimyo down there. I think I kind of have to do that for... But I also could set up a really bad turn is the problem. And how much money do we have down there? It's like... sketchy to say the least. And we might not activate a Voyage turn. I think... I think we have to play... I think we have to play Wisp. And Wisp will give us... How much money would that generate if we got the last Daimyo? Gives us 6. We hit it if we don't trash any of our curses. That's probably a risk I'd have to take right now. I'm going to play the Wisp, I think. I think that is correct. 8, 10... Which just counted again, we'd have 16. That actually wouldn't be enough for what I'm trying to do. But the main thing we kind of need is Mastermind anyways. Or Specialist. I'm going to play... What is down there? I know it's an EXO. I think that Wisp is the right play. Alright. Here we go. Obviously, we're going to play Daimyo here. All our draw also got put down here, but that's okay. We're going to end actions. How much money do we have? If we do this, we don't have... It's kind of what I thought. We're going to be one... Well, we won't actually be one short. If we... I won't actually be sure if I borrow here. If I borrow, I'm probably going to Province. Now I'm going to Populate. And I'm going to turn this to probably an Imp. Alright. I could essentially grab... This may have to be essentially a, this may have to be a... I may have to borrow a province here, or this could just be a duchy. Either way, it's pretty bad. I don't like the idea... I don't like the idea of lowering anything else for you. I'm probably going to take a duchy here. We'll see if we can see any draw cards. One thing I was concerned there, in general, is like, if you had a really good turn, it wouldn't be impossible to lower all the provinces. You could also lower the Specialist here. It's not like an unreasonable thing you could do if you're build here. I realistically, to win, am going to need to see... What would I need to see to win? Both my charlatans are down there. So that's my main source of payload. So it's mostly going to be about getting through this deck, which will be difficult. Especially, I mean, and also our Voyage is in our discard. So it's not looking bright for us. Is there anything I would have played differently? It's just a lot of it was just like, with stuff like this, you don't see your good cards. It just comes down to like, sometimes in a board like this, you don't see your good cards at the top of the shuffle. It's going to be harder to come back. That's sort of what happened a lot of times this game. Trash is a hireling. Plays an acolyte. Okay. Yeah, I can give you that. Yeah, I can give you that. It's like you're not seeing new information. I don't think you're seeing new information there. Okay. You do see 4 buys. Gold. I guess you're gonna probably do a herb gatherer here. Taskmaster. What? It's all good. It's all good. Alright, I'm gonna give it no worries. This will come down to, I guess, they could... Guess you double here. Now the wind's a little bit less elusive for us. They get an imp. Part of me wonders what they're going to do with this mastermind. Maybe if they see a mastermind, they can only play a few cards from their hand. So maybe they're just looking for one more province. Yeah. I'm just going to continue. We are going to see. Alright, cool. Yeah. I guess we would... Guess we probably should play old map first. I do want to change this. I don't actually know. If I play Acolyte... Let's see. What's actually... This is kind of bad. I'm going to go back to their turn. When they did a Snowy Village... Okay, the first time you play a Snowy Village, you get the actions. The second time, you don't. We might have to play Snowy Village regardless. I'm not a fan of it, but... It seems the only way we'll probably survive. we've got to kind of do that, unfortunately. I probably gonna have to mastermind the. Probably gonna have to double mastermind here. Play again. Do this. I do need a distant shore. I could do double this. Actually, double distant shore doesn't even look bad to me. Because we can possibly end the province pile here. Let's do double distant shore. And we are not going to borrow for anything here. Okay, well, this is better than what it could. If you do dud here, I mean, I'll be very happy, but I don't think it's likely. It'd come down if you could triple prob. One good thing. You're gonna try to empty the specialist here. Crap. Well, no, you're not. That's certainly a mistake. Well, no, you will, I think. If I lose that one, I did play my best here. Like, I don't know. I do generally think I did the best with what I had. Can you just buy it here? Do you have the buys? Oh, I guess you do. You get the village. Yeah, now you just need to empty it once. Alright. Well, it was a player 2 game. We did our best, but a lot of times stuff just did not. Some of the stuff just needed to line up. It's very snowbally there. But, yeah, I'll give you a GG. It should change the player order now. So I should be first. Alright, we have Shepherd, Scrounge, Rats, Stables, Innovation. I mean, Gear Shepherd looks pretty good. Off the bat as an open. I don't mind using a combination of Stables and Gear, maybe. What's Payload looking like? It looks... We could be seeing Vault... Village green stuff. It's actually kind of an explosive board. Certainly don't want to trash any of our states. I would be happy if my opponent did that, but I don't think they are. I think on a 4-3. Off the bat, let's make it a little quick. Let's make this go a little quicker. I don't see any reason for it to not be Shepherd Gear. So let's do Shepherd. We'll do Shepherd Gear for now. Gear definitely allowing us to line up some pretty nice Shepherd stuff. Do we have any plus buy here? We do have Farmer's Market, so there is that for plus buy. Eventually we will want an innovation. They get a 5. Probably Stables, right? Count... Okay. This will be another gear. Do I want to just use my shepherd here? Or would I rather... It's not entirely clear to me. I mean, actually, we can probably fire this and be alright. What's the other option? What's down there? We have 3, so we have 4 down there. So we do have 2 more coppers down there. I mean, let's take more gears. I think I like taking more. I think I certainly like... I think drawing this shuffle's not a terrible idea. I think we set this aside. I think we set that aside of gear. Now we're gonna put in... Now a stables does look pretty good. Next... I do like stables here. You can trash that. Here. I think I actually like scrounging for shepherd here. Like, no joke. I know it's, like, kind of sketch, but... I think I'll take that. I'll take your estates. It's down there. I think always one more shepherd sounds good. Okay, this is pretty good. This is good. You can scrounge for minstrel. Okay. We're gonna draw a lot of that with shepherd, I think. Would I take an innovation here? I mean, certainly... I certainly want to play this gear. Probably set aside a shepherd and an estate, possibly. This could be... Innovation doesn't seem awful. I have a full deck. I do like it because of farmers markets collisions, I think. I think we do innovate. Innovation sounds great here, actually. We could play the farmers market, and then we could probably play farmers market, maybe scrounge for like a village green or something. I do think I like innovation here, so I think I'm going to click on it. Okay, we are going to get... I guess you can get duchies. Maybe you take 3, you take Inno. Takes the farmer's market over innovation. It's an interesting play. I can set aside a stables and a copper here, so that's actually not too bad. So we can... I can essentially I can innovation. I can basically play this farmer's market. Or then we could probably take we could probably scrounge for another stables here, I think. Yeah, we can like... No, we do need village though, that's a problem. That's sort of the main problem. We want a village. So maybe we do actually take the minstrel. We might take the minstrel here. We innovation that, and I think we could scrounge for wandering minstrel. Right. It can discard some stuff is the problem, but I think we want to hit a lot of our good cards. So I think scrounging for Minstrel actually sounds like a very good play. We do take a Minstrel here, I think. Final answer. Maybe it's Village Green. I don't actually know. I'm gonna choose Minstrel for now. Oh, great! What a great. This is a great shuffle. Happy to see this. You're thin, but I should just have like way better consistency here with these gear set-asides. They get stables. Alright, I'm going to play my stables first, hoping to see more green cards. We do see more green cards. Well... Now my question becomes... Wait, if I do this... If I play this Minstrel here... we're going to have green cards down there. We're going to enter a shuffle with a bunch of green cards down there, and that's going to be super good for us. I like that a lot. So, we're going to set aside this and this. Unfortunately, there's no more estates in the trash for us to take. But we're going to set aside that. We are going to get this. We have 2 5s. One thing I am starting to think about here is what do we want... This is... I could have you take the points, but you are sort of behind on points. So I could... So here's like what I'm thinking. I could grab this farmer's market for essentially free. We could go up some money. We could do... For consistency's sake, we could grab a stables and an extra shepherd. But if we do have an extra farmer's market, you also won't have buys, and you don't have an innovation, so that's kind of bad for you, actually. So even if you do trash this market and get some points, you have to like go back to get more buys. That's not what you would want. So I'm actually very confident about putting this into play. So yeah, so we can innovation this into play. So now we have what do we got? We have a stables. Now we need money. I do need a minstrel. Maybe it's a minstrel stables here. We could be looking at a village green, perhaps. I do like stables. And maybe even a vault. But above... It could even be shepherd, possibly, because we have a bunch of... It might just be shepherd. Because just of how much like green we're setting aside, it is very possible. I'm going to take maybe stables, and then probably... I guess a minstrel's not bad. Yeah, we can just do... Let's just do a village green. How about that? It's not... That maybe should have been a shepherd. And we'll probably play the green this turn. We'll probably set aside the green, play it. We'll probably just play this turn for actions. Maybe I was too afraid of, like, getting some stuff set aside, but... I don't know. I mean, eventually we're going to want to play with Vault. I guess your only other form of real gains here is Count. And you can get a duchy off that. But compared to building... I'm not gonna lie, my opponent does look very behind here. I don't think I know people don't like... Okay. You can still... Guess 3... You do need the grid. Okay, so you get 2 farmers markets. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to play all of these. I hope to see. So how am I gonna do this? I could just essentially like, okay, so what are my options here? Could be just play these. I could play the shepherd. It should have been a shepherd instead of a stables in retrospect. But I think I'll play my other shepherd. What's down there? I mean, I think... I think we do this. This may be a bit careless. You can play that. Partly what I'm thinking here, because I did screw up my. I'm not gonna lie, I did screw up my consistency some. You could. I did screw up my consistency a bit. If I do bring in, I do need one more shepherd. That's for sure. Me. Maybe here's what I think I do. I think I play in this farmer's market. It could be play the village grain, play it for next turn, but we do need the money. And I do... What if I played Vault? That's not a terrible play. We can get some money off that. We play Vault, we get money. Maybe we do Count Shepherd? Or Shepherd... I actually don't hate that. Wait, maybe Shepherd Minstrel here? It's not awful. We have a cleaner shuffle next turn also. Just discard all that. Yeah, Shepherd Minstrel here. It is a payload card, and all right. So we have we have that set aside. We do Shepherd, and then we do a Minstrel probably. This does scare me. I'm not gonna lie. Part of it, maybe I should have set aside a green. It's hard to say. Can do double farmers market. Are you gonna do that? Minstrel. Yeah, you do need another minstrel. Even if we dud here, I guess that's not gonna be the end of the world. We don't. I don't think we will. Okay. That's fine. Here, we can probably do this now. I think we probably just set aside the shepherd in this estate. Here. And I can probably get some money off Vault. Okay, so, we will lose a farmer's market, but I'm kind of okay with that right now. Alright, so we can probably play in a farmer's market here. We can play in a farmer's market and just replace the one we lost. That's not the end of the world. Maybe not, actually. What if we didn't? You know, that's a funny thing. Like, what if we just didn't do that? We could try to score. We could try to score. I mean, I think building more. We don't need to put VP pressure because we're already ahead. So that's sort of what I guess realistically playing this is not bad. Like the other option I was thinking is like playing in a village green, play it next turn. We can look at that. We do need more village. Maybe it's like count. Count doesn't seem awful. 4, 5, 4 maybe. Maybe it's like minstrel, stables, shepherd. I don't know. Maybe it's minstrel. It could just be minstrel, count, shepherd, and we can gain duchies, count, and then next turn we gain duchies off of count, and then basically next turn we set up, and then basically after this we start to like set up kind of like better turns, I guess. We do have shepherd set aside. You have to start pretty aggressively greeting here. Trashing all... Okay. Yeah, I guess you trashed all that, but like, man... What do you... Yeah, you can get stables, I don't care. It's like... You don't really have payload. Your deck... I mean... Yes, there we go. Alright, cool. GG. Yeah, that was, had much better luck there, I would say. 5-2 is not great for the open. Dude, does this become... If you have the 5-2, I'm gonna flip. You have the 5... Let me... Is there any real synergy with Trail? You have Triumph here. You don't have plus buy. Man, this just seems like you want to really grab a bunch of Quartermasters. This feels like Quartermaster Rush, I'm going to be honest. So if... Yeah, there's not a lot. Especially without the 5-2. It's like almost insta-resign. But this is a very degen board, I gotta say. Maybe it's Silver Ironworks. Could be Silver Border Guard. Okay, they don't have the 5-2, so we don't just immediately lose. That's always a good thing. Do you take the Ironworks? This is actually not a trivial open. I think one thing I want is silver for sure, because I do want to hit Quartermaster. But outside of that, do we just take... Ironworks kind of becomes like... I don't know if it does a lot, is the thing. Like, it's good when we have it for Triumph turns, but not for the open. Maybe it's Silver Border Guard. Silver Sage? Maybe it's Sage. I'm not... This has to be a silver. That's no question there. It's like whatever is going to angle us to get a Quartermaster in has to be our open the bet. So, okay. Double silver to get Quartermaster does not sound unreasonable to me. The only other... Oh, there's Border Guard Trail. I didn't think about that. There's Border Guard Trail. Kind of inconsequential in the face of Triumph here. Yeah, we can just play this out. Like, if I take a Ironworks, that's not the play. It's either Border Guard or Silver here. I think you just double Silver. You could possibly double 5 here. Yeah, I'll just run double Silver. Okay, for Advisor, I don't know about like that. Is this how it works? I guess it's Border Guard. I guess it's Border Guard. I don't like Advisor, but let's do a Border Guard. I think I take it. Ironworks can help us hit 5. So, you know what? I think I'm taking it for now. But I need to hit... Fuck, I need border guard. Super indecisive here. Crystal Ball... Oh gosh, you don't see it. Please trash. That would be sick. I mean, just keep doing... Just don't do Quartermaster stuff. That's all I ask. Oh my gosh. No silver. Hopefully we see QM. We do see QM. Amazing. Yeah. No silver. I think I just take a... I think I might just gain a Sage? Yeah, I think I gain a Sage. But... Actually, let me undo that. I want a silver. I want to gain it. I want to gain a silver. The next one can be a Sage, I think. This is not going to hit QM regardless. So I'm just going to take the border guard here. Might as well take the silver. Could be a trail. Could just be an ironworks. Or... this won't hit border guard. We'll take an ironworks here. We're going to do kind of... plan here. Build to triumph. You can thin a lot. If you want... I just need... This will be gain Sage. Put Quartermaster in. And then we just... When do we start scoring is actually not... It's not obvious. We will take a Sage to hit their next Quartermaster. We may... Quartermaster, we're going to take this card. I'm going to gain a Sage. Okay, cool. No, you can't have your advisor. Let's see, they got a Quartermaster in... So we do see our... They see a Quartermaster. Okay, we're gonna put... If I do this, we'll probably clear the entire deck. If I do gain a trail... If we do draw a silver, that'd be excellent. Or maybe a border guard. Do I take away... Well, no, it doesn't make sense. I think we have to... We do have to get another Quartermaster in play when we can. So maybe that Ironworks was actually pretty bad. Let's take a trail. We're going to gain a trail. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay. We are going to take a Sage here. I'm going to take a Sage. Now I'm going to play this Quartermaster. And it's... Okay, excellent. We will see one more. Eventually, when we start scoring is a little bit ambiguous here. Beginner Ironworks. Okay, what are we... I think we're gaining silvers. Because we're... I think we're going to gain some silvers, and we're going to rely... I think we're going to rely on essentially using QM after... So what I want to do here, I could get a 5-point triumph, or what I could do, I could get this QM. I could get one more quartermaster, and then we just maybe at 4 we just start trying to green. Here we go. We could do one more. I'm gonna do one more quartermaster, and we're gonna just see if that works. To tell you the truth, I don't know. No quartermaster. No crystal ball. No silver. Let's see. Alright. So it's gonna be getting a bunch of trails. I could get a bunch of getting a bunch of trails doesn't seem terrible here. When do we want to start scoring with Triumph? Is what I don't actually know. To be real with you guys. Get a QM. I could just gain trails. I could just gain trails here. I don't know if I really want to delay. Okay, so maybe I start taking triumphs now. You only have one in play, and I have a bunch. So I have more leverage, but what's not apparent to me, do I just start trying to run down piles? I think we're at a safe point we could do that. Gain a card. We can probably just do this until we get 8. Oh! Oh, wow. Okay. Gain a card. What do I want? It could just be a trail. You know, I could just probably do this in province here. There isn't. I could just straight up run. It might just be ideal to just run down piles now. And just here, just like stay ahead in points. And if we don't hit province, we just hit triumph. That's like kind of fine to me. And then you're not gonna have time to really outscore me. So yeah, let's just do it. Oh, we have play area. We have 4 quartermasters. We have 4. You can't play this quartermaster. We are just gonna run down piles here. You play take this trail. These advisors aren't doing anything for you, dude. Like, you got thin, but there was no scoring plan. Or like the scoring here is just like so limited. Like, I can just take... Okay, at this point... Okay, well, first off, this one can gain a silver. It won't really matter. I can gain a trail. I can gain a trail. I can gain a trail. I don't exactly know. It won't even really matter. I think it's still ideal not to trigger the shuffle. But, like... Man, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, this is... probably fine. Is triggering a shuffle, like, super bad here? Probably not. I don't know. We can just... I think we just got, like, 4 trails. We can just triumph here. 5 debt. Sure, you can grant that. Do I want no ironworks? Probably no advisor. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of run. I mean, you could just take the entire pile, but I mean, I guess you get some points, but I'm just very ahead at this point. Well, do you want to just make it easier for me to win? I'm kind of confused. I'm gonna win next turn now. No matter what you do. I could probably just gain an estate here or something. I'll have it next turn. Regardless of what happens, yeah. And then, yeah, we have it here. Alright, I'm gonna give you a GG. Alright. Yeah, you really have to play in the Quartermaster stuff there. Is this just experiment? I mean, off the bat, this looks like experiment. It very well could be a double experiment trying to get a big cemetery trash off at first. It looks to me... I think I prefer the double experiment open. It's still not guaranteed, but nothing is. It could still go pretty poorly for me. I think one experiment is very much justified here. Do we take a... Man, I don't like this. Not even... I think we have to take a second experiment going for a big cemetery trash, then we go for wharf. And then we'll figure it out. Yeah, I think double experiment looks like a pretty solid open. Let's see, our main goal here is to get a big cemetery trash off. We'll see if it works. Alright. My plan has succeeded. Alright, so we're gonna get a big cemetery trash off, then we'll try to hit wharf, I think. Yeah. Alright, now we are gonna try to hit wharf. Okay, we'll hit. Okay, my question here is, I have a wharf down there. What is it better for me? What makes more sense for my deck? It might be just get a wharf here. What's the worst draw I get? I draw up a wharf. I play this wharf. I draw up a wharf. I think it's fine. I think the wharf's fine. I kind of need a silver anyways. It's just, and I don't think that worst case scenario, we're gonna hit 4, so that's fine. Can get a gold here if you want. Makes sense with double wharf. I may be thinking about getting a ghost here as well. Do I take a silver? I'm not enthused about it. I'm not enthused about taking a silver, but it could just be fine. We'll take a silver. Like, literally, it's better. I can't think of anything else. Maybe we get a specialist at some point. Like, maybe we take a specialist at some point, but, like, what if we take another... Wait. What if we took another wharf? Like, the 4th wharf is for getting off ghosts. It's not entirely obvious. If I do take a wharf here... Let's think about this real quick. If I do take a wharf... The biggest problem right now is we don't really have great payload. And also, how many cards do we have in the deck? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will draw everything next turn, so we will see. This could be... It could actually be Nomad's Silver. Eventually trashing to Nomad. Well, no. The idea of Nomad's Silver was to essentially trash the Haunted Mirror and then get a ghost. But I don't know if I believe in it. Maybe I take a silver. Is this just silver nothing? It might just be silver nothing for now. Maybe it's Nomad Silver. Well, actually, we'll do it if we can guarantee we draw our stuff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna have 6, 7. This should work. I'm sorry. And eventually we will get rid of those nomads. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll be drawn. This could not work out well at all, but we'll see. I may have screwed this up. Probably Silver Specialist or something. Or Specialist Experiment. Alright. Here. I'm... Actually, let me gonna do this. I'm sorry. It didn't work. It didn't really work out. Maybe a better play is just trash this. We trash all this and get an experiment here. Ugh, that did not work. I should have probably done experiments. That was just such a stupid play on my end. Well, I mean, we hit a pretty bad number, so it's not like... We shouldn't beat ourselves too much. We do want to get... We're a little more thinned, but... I don't know. We might be a little too thinned. I do think whatever happens, we do hit a specialist here. Unless I really did screw up our payload that bad. I think we'll be fine, but we have to get the specialist. That... Yeah. That was just a straight up blunder on my end. This was... If I lose this game, it is my fault for that. Not the Nomad's play. It was a risk to get silver, so maybe it's like... Well... Actually, we don't even play this experiment. We just play Wharf and probably get a specialist here. Right. That doesn't sound wrong. They get a cemetery in, and then they get their ghost. Here, we're going to take a specialist. Well, I could. Let's take our specialist now. We'll get it in a bit. We do... Or do I want... No, wait. What if I don't want that? We made... We need to hit... It'll have 8. We'll unbias for now. Well, let's see. Wait. How much money would we have? We'd have 6. 4. Alright, we're gonna unbias here. I think that put me a little behind, just missing specials there. Can't say I'm particularly proud of my play. At the same time, Ghost isn't going to do... The biggest problem with Ghost is if it gave you payload expansion, which I don't think it will. It won't give you payload expansion at the very beginning of the game. We will need to take another specialist here. This is going to be another specialist for sure. Like, unquestionably at this point, I just... Get a Nomad Silver. Okay. Okay, certainly trying to get... Alright. I have to play this again, unfortunately. And I will take a specialist here. We need to get to the point... If we do drop a specialist, we'll be in a decent spot. I think if that silver had been a specialist, I think I would be in a better spot here. But it is hard to say. You can get another one of those. It will clog your deck, but you can also cemetery stuff. Yes, you did go up a lot. Of course. I have to do this for now. Alright, I have to do... At this point... Of course this shit's not gonna line up, but that's just like the way this game goes. Alright, so if I take a silver here... Or do I need to take double experiment? I might do double experiment. But it doesn't give us any... Here we go. I have to probably do the same thing, actually. I think I have to do... I might have to do Nomads. This. I'm not thrilled about it. But... Could have had to been double experiment. Fuck, dude. This is bad. Because then you get the chain specialist. We'll see if... Let me... Yeah. You can play that. You can get another one, I guess. You can get more specialists. Sure. Alright, so you got 14. What do you... This looks to be rapidly slipping away from me here. I don't know if taking another specialist would have been the play. I think it was till that silver play that like really killed me. That was my first... I feel like that was my first real mistake this set. Or like really bad one. Trying to trash more. Take all the experiments. Alright. Probably have to play this again. Here, I can... It's kind of... It is pretty over here. I might just have to... I have to play this again here, and it's probably... This is going to be sad, but I will take this last. Here, we can discard that. It is from this point very over, I would say. I'm going to assume, by the way this is going, that my specialists are at the bottom of my deck. We can just probably assume that at this point. Okay, let's stop complaining. Do we have a realistic line of winning here? It's very... It doesn't look like it. Let's try to... Do we have a realistic line of winning here? Realistically, what we need to do is we need to get our specialists lined up. And then from there, maybe we have it... Maybe we can run something. But realistically, as the game goes on, the more this kind of slips away. You play your specialist. I guess... Are you going to try to pile this turn? You might... You could try to take all the nomads. I don't know how good of an idea that is. Let's see, what are they doing now? I figure... Honestly, if I figure I'm in their spot, I'd be trying to deny specialists for me. Kind of surprised they're not doing that, to be honest. They did try to deny experiments, and that did hurt. I can admit that. see. Let's see the payload they have. So what's not? Are they gonna double prov? They could. I would never catch up and then like try to get a pilot out next turn. Doesn't seem entirely unreasonable. Or maybe like one prov specialist maybe. I can't really empty very. One thing I may have, like one saving grace I may have, is that I can maybe get a sneak pile out. Since I have a ghost coming in, you don't. If you do have a bad turn, I could possibly get a sneak pile out. That's like kind of what I have to be playing for here, I think. Take a specialist. I think I would do that if I were you. Takes one experiment. Maybe a ducat, I don't know. Well, not a ducat, probably not. You probably stop here. I would stop here. You buy a wharf? Okay. Duchy. Specialist. Okay. They get a wharf. Knowing. Here. Wait, did I... Yeah, this is pretty badly over. We're going to play this again. And I'm going to gain a copy of a specialist. Here, I don't... I'm not particularly happy with what I think I have to do. But is there an... It could be silver copper. It's... Desperate times do call for desperate measures. Ugh. I'm not particularly happy with this, but it might be actually what we have to do. Probably gonna end by... Okay. Yeah, it sets up for a probably pretty easy win on your turn. You can take us... Alright, this is the best This is about the best I got in me. Okay. Yes, if you have to stop here, that's actually very good. Like, we actually have a comeback chance if you do have to stop here. You will have to green, I can empty, and then maybe we can make something happen. Is like my best chance. And you do that. You do lower, we'll see what you can do. 453. Okay, you do make it. Alright. Yeah, I had to play for the ghost turn because I kind of just... I did screw that up there. That should have been a specialist. And then again, a lot of our stuff did bomb deck, but... Alright, we have Capitalism Citadel. What's our money situation like? We have to get a bunch of King's Court draw. And there's Groundskeeper. There isn't drawing. Could argue Silver Baron, but I think I prefer... I don't... You could argue actually the Scavenger open. There's an argument for that. But Baron... The advantage of Baron is that it can allow you to hit some prize points, like possibly Citadel, possibly King's Court. Well, a silver could hit King's Court, but I don't know if you want one that early. So maybe a safer open's probably Silver Mill. Silver Mill looks better. I don't... There is an argument for Scavenger here. I don't think you want... Maybe eventually Vassal. But not off the bat. It's also going to be one of those kingdoms. We have Draw of an Aristocrat. Vassal... It might have to be... Actually, it might have to be Vassal, considering that it can be King's Courted. It's probably actually Vassal Mill is the right play. It can be King's Courted. It can be King's Courted, it can be Citadeled. It kind of makes the most sense here, I think. I think Vassal actually is the right open. And it'll be Mill. Double Vassal. I prefer Mill. I think... Do I take a Groundskeeper? Oh, Capitalism. Yeah, I see. Okay. You know, I feel a little silly now with the Mill, but actually it's not that. I think we do have to take Capitalism. We are good. We may actually take this Capitalism here, and then... I think we actually do take it. Then we could probably go... It's hard. I think we do actually... I think we do actually want it now. I will probably... It's actually probably not a bad idea. Scavenger doesn't look terrible either, but I think I'd rather do this just for sifting. Do I take a Scavenger? Could be. Could be a Scavenger. Wouldn't be terrible. Actually, maybe it's Nomad's Vassal. Or it could be Nomad's... Might have to be something like this. Alright. It could be just another... I think I do need the Scavenger here. I do need a storerooms, I think. We'll take more storerooms. I gotta take a King's Court, I guess. Or maybe double Vassal. Maybe Vassal Storeroom. Did I take a... I took a Scavenger last turn. Alright. Maybe I take... Ugh. Maybe I'd probably take one more Vassal. We do have a storerooms down there. Probably just keep taking Vassals, I guess. I think I don't want to discard because I'd rather do this. Alright. This probably turns into a King's... Well, it could even be a Citadel. The only reason that I'm thinking about doing... I'm probably actually going to do King's Court because there is a Scavenger down there. So this actually does make more sense to me this turn to do this. It could be Citadel. You can see you do Citadel Vassal, preferring that over... I think we do take one more Scavenger here. Nomads, okay. We're gonna do this. Do I take the last Vassal? I think I do. It could actually be a Scavenger too. Yeah, let's do a Scavenger here. And then we're gonna take a Citadel when we can't do. I could have taken the last Vassal there, but we do need the Citadel, I think. Probably play it, don't do anything. You could do King's Court or something. Alright. What am I discarding? Don't discard. Alright, so here, I guess we play this. Do play you. Here. This looks to me like a pretty sure it's this. Could actually even be like we could do Vassal Mill, I think. We do need more storerooms, I think. So this goes poorly. I don't know. I think we need to take our King's Court, then maybe grab some groundskeepers. You can top deck a King's Court there. I guess if you see Such a weird board. I do think I want to get groundskeepers. Let me look. Oh, I think I'll take it. Yes. That's fair. Okay. Alright. It's... Could do double king score here, I guess? Groundskeeper, yeah. King's Court. We play... I think we gotta put this on top. Alright. Alrighty. Probably have to do this and this. I wonder if I'd rather play this mill. I might actually prefer to play mill here. You can put a King's Court on top, possibly. I want more storerooms, though, I will admit. This is a weird board, I will say. The mills have been good. Mills give us a little bit of draw. Potential draw. Is it? If you play a mill from the top of your deck, is it draw? Well, check. Actually, I don't think it is, because Vassal technically -1. Alright, so what are you doing here? Probably putting a King's Court on top. I think, you'll have the setup next turn. I'm just hoping that I could see King's Court at all here. Groundskeeper, maybe mill. Storeroom actually is great here. I think I need more... I should play a store. I should get in our storeroom. I think I play mill as opposed to vassal. I think we draw more that way. Okay, don't discard. The reason I'm a little concerned about discarding, well, maybe I'm wrong here. We're gonna get a lot of money, and that's like, do I want these estates in my next shuffle? Might have to just risk it here. There is a nomads up here. I would like to see that. Play. Yes. Let's pull. Whoa. Okay. So we've played King's Court. That's one vassal play. So Yeah, we're gonna discard this. I'm probably... Freak. This isn't ideal at all. Because we have one more play. Alright. Here... I'm not happy with I'm not gonna lie. Taking a storeroom just kind of makes sense. It may be King's Court or... It may be King's Court storeroom. Freak. That's bad. This is bad. Alright. Game plan here. What? Alright, is this game... Are you gonna try to empty mills? That could be a plan. I mean, they're good. It doesn't actually matter. Alright, well, I think we have to just... I think we have to take one more groundskeeper here. And then just pray that we can get this to work. I wonder if you have to kind of just do vassal here. And then... Jeez, dude. You do 225 entering groundskeepers, and then yeah. Alright, so I think we do King's Court. We can at least scavenger at King's Court on top, and then maybe we can set up a comeback from here. Okay. play you. I'm probably doing this. Confirm. Select, confirm selecting. Okay. Don't discard. Don't discard. Don't discard. Here. Play. I could do... Okay, we're gonna... Okay, so we have to set up the next turn is the problem. So, I can't... I can set this vassal on top. This is the worst thing okay. That was the worst thing that probably could have happened, but I have to not become tilted. Like that literally that was the only draw that could have really screwed me up there. Okay, we might just have to take 21 is on buys. What if I do... We do province... Scavenger, possibly? Yeah, we do scavenger. And then maybe province here. We might have to call it good. Like, literally, that was the only card. Like, the King's Court was the only card there. It probably wasn't gonna... It's probably not gonna work out anyways, but, like... It's pretty bad. This is... Because, like, if it was any other card but that, I could have used Scavenger to top deck. Could have used Scavenger to top deck King's Court. But I just definitely could not do that here. Yeah, and you'll see Scavenger, like... Yeah, okay. You see King's Court. Alright, you'll be able to play the next one. I guess you take a... Okay, I somehow thought you were going to have a better turn than that. Alright. Alright. Maybe I should stop getting so tilted here. Alright. Don't discard. Alrighty. Maybe I need to get more tilted, I don't know. Kind of... I'm resigning. Enough of this game. Alright. Generally speaking, yeah. We'll see how this goes. We should have player 1 advantage here, so that will be nice. 3-4. We have... Looking like remake. Swamp Shack draw, Sculptor. Let's not take it. Looking like... I like Ray's remake here. I do like Ray's remake, and maybe we do a lot of Fishing Village stuff. I don't know. Razor Remake looks best off the top of my head. We have Fishing Village, which we can do. We have Swamp Shacks. We have Swamp Shacks Draw. We have Counterfeit and Salvager for plus buy. We do have Wheelwright for gains. We have a lot of stuff going on here. We have Labyrinth. I think that I'm just gonna go Raise Remake. Yeah, Raise Remake sounds like the play here. The reason I'm not going Sentinels, I don't want to risk a double terminal collision. Remake is gonna be yes here. Alright, awesome. Actually, that's pretty good. We could do a Fishing Village. Is it the same? We could probably do Fishing Village into... This could be a fishing... Do I want this to be double Fishing Village? Probably, yeah, because of Swamp Shacks. I think I'd want the plus buy. And I think I'll end my buy there. I think a Counterfeit sounds okay. Sculptor's not bad. It's not... It sounds like a really bad tier 5. Well, seems a little early for Wheelwright. I actually like Counterfeit. I do like Counterfeit. Sculptor does have some benefits to it. Sculptor versus Counterfeit is actually an interesting debate. We have a lot of trashing. I do think I prefer the Sculptor. I'd say, like, I do think I prefer the Sculptor. I think it allows to gain stuff. Counterfeit is very good too. They're both good options, actually. Do I want to get, like, kind of gain stuff going early? Well, you also have Sentinel, which does incentivize. We can also have, which we also can enhance out of the deck. We can enhance Sentinel out of the deck, so that's pretty good. I think I like a Sculptor here. In which case, yeah, I think a Sculptor makes sense. I am gonna make the risk, and I think I'm gonna go Sculptor. We also could put in... Let's see, what am I seeing up here? Yeah, we're just gonna take a Counterfeit then. Alright. It could be a Clerk. I think I like... This could just be an Erase. Actually. The Clerk is fine. It's probably gonna take... It probably would take a Sun... If it is Sentinel, the only problem is we top deck a lot of stuff we would rather not. I could do a Clerk. So what's in the trash? 2 estates. I have 2 estates. We have 2 estates, 2 coppers. I think what did I get last turn? Oh, I gained a Counterfeit, so... Let's take a Sculptor here. Let's put Sentinel in play. Eventually we can remake this as something good. And then... Maybe this becomes a Wheelwright. Or even a second Sculptor doesn't even look bad. We can do a second Sculptor here. Wheelwright or second Sculptor? I think second Sculptor. I don't care enough that much about labyrinth points right now. What if... What if we get to put this on top? Alright, here we go. If I take this, I can actually put a, put silver in my hand and do some stuff here. Probably, I could put the silver in hand. This could be, essentially, could be a fishing village clerk. Here. We could do a little... Well, actually, we could take the last fishing village here. Labyrinth points are gone. Or I could do a clerk. That's not... Clerk attack does seem relevant. And I think I would like to do that. We do also want to take some more fishing villages. So if I take the last one, I could take 2 more. Then again, I don't know what's down there necessarily. Let's do a swamp. Let's do a swamp shack. Now let's take the raise. Let's take the raise. I would like a wheelwright at some point. Let's put this on top, actually. Get the wheelwright. We could probably put... Probably could put one more clerk in play. Alright, we're gonna do wheelwright fishing village. Clark will play right off the bat, so that's good. Do you get 2 of that? You take the clerk, probably. Our dreams of getting a swamp shack into play, is that like... You will get 2 drop here. Alright. Silver. What are you gonna do? Sculptor here? Clerk. It's gonna actually be pretty hard to make this kind of deck work. Wow. Okay, actually that's 2. That's good, actually. We can put in more Swamp Shacks here. I think we get rid of... It could be a wheelwright. It could be Sculptors, Enhanced Sculptor or something like that. I think I want this to be like a Sculptor. We have a few fishing... We have at least 2 fishing villages in play. It's gonna be hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, probably one more wheelwright's fine. Just for like a cantrip. I could actually, like, use his wheelwright here. This kind of like discard this wheelwright. Yeah, like I could discard this like I could discard this like this counterfeit up here. Yeah, I can do it for another sculptor maybe. Yeah, if I do... And we will get more Swamp Shacks here. So let's do one more Sculptor. Let's trash this. We'll take the Sculptor, I think. We can put the Swamp Shacks now. Let's get more Swamp Shacks. Let's put these in play. Let's see. I mean, we probably should prov of or something like that. We have a lot of Sculptors. Okay. Let's think about this. We get Sculptors. We can get. We don't really have a lot to work. One of these Sculptors should be a silver, right? So we should be able. We should score some. We don't really have the ability to get... Well, we could actually get more buy with, if you... Well, okay, we actually could basically empty Sculptors here. Okay, what can you do? You have 2 wheelwrights. I would have to make sure double prov would have to be pretty kind of guaranteed. I would like... We're not going to be able to really get a bunch of wheelwrights. If we drew our whole deck... Let's see. What is it going to take? I could do double remake, but I don't think I like that at all. We could probably do one more Sculptor here. Do double... Maybe go for double prov. That might be a play. So if we have 2 Sculptors down there, we have 3 in total, 9. That should be enough with a little bit of extra. With a little extra, I think, to go double, which should be pretty good here. Alright. Silver, that probably puts us at 14. Probably 1 Clerk, and probably 1 Swamp Shack. We are lowering piles a lot. I think I double. That would make it very hard. It's gonna make it very hard to do very much stuff safely here. You can get a Swamp Shacks, but it's not gonna come without like lowering piles a lot. Alright. Okay. Did I lower a little too much? That's kind of my only concern there. Maybe that last one should have been in the state. Get. Okay, this is better. You double prop, okay. So it kind of depends on, can we draw here? Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Oh, okay, we can just, cool. Amazing. Awesome. Awesome, that worked out well. We can probably just put this silver into play. And it doesn't even matter, because we can just get in the state. Thanks. Yeah. Awesome, thanks. GG. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Have a good one. Okay. Thoughts on the game, now that I'm not, like, fighting for my life in mental warfare. Well... You know, it's weird. That felt very similar to the Nazala set. Like... I felt like... I don't know. Like... First 2 games felt like we traded off just having better shuffles, I think, from what I remember. It's been a while back. Game 3 and 4, I made a horrible mistake on one of those games where I didn't go for a specialist. And then on the other one, they trashed... This was a shepherd board, and they trashed their estates. So, basically... shepherd board, they trashed their estates, and yeah, that was, like, pretty... That's pretty questionable, in my opinion. Last one... Okay, Game 5, stuff kind of went their way, you know? With like the groundskeeper stuff. A lot of their stuff collided a little bit better than mine did. And then Game 6 was the opposite. My stuff collided better. Just fishing villages came in play. I got the Swamp Shacks online first, you know. I think doubling there was the right move. And then basically I had enough control of my deck that it kind of worked out in the end. But yeah, it was good stuff from TheSage. I had to really think about it. They played very well. GG's to them. And yeah, thank you everyone else for watching this set. Yeah, it was fun. Alright, ZW Lemon signing up.